Hi guys, Shinter Gamer here, and let's continue the playthrough of Phantasy Star New Genesis. So, let's play it. Alright, let's go to the command room.
Everyone, thank you all for coming. This is the moment every one of us has been preparing for. To defeat the cruel enemy who mercilessly wiped out so many of our friends that day in Alio Town. To defeat Dark Falls. It must have fled to space-time to recover after we landed a good shot on it from Central Cannon. But it can't fully recover without its dock in Stia. It has to rematerialize at some point. That's when we strike. Now that it's completed, the cannon is a lot more robust. We should be able to fire it several times. But it still takes some time to warm up initially. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do anything about that. Once Dark Falls appears, I need you to keep it busy and buy us some time. You've faced so many obstacles and made it through all of them. Dark Falls is an unimaginably powerful foe. There is no possible way to fully prepare for that kind of strength. But even in the face of such overwhelming odds, I have the utmost faith that we will prevail. Alio, Retem, Kavaris, and Stia, defenders from all four regions, are united toward a single goal. As far as we know, this is entirely unprecedented in Halpha's history. The entire planet is united as one for the first time. In order to preserve that unity going forward, this is a battle that we can't afford to lose. I'm asking all of you for your support. I need everyone to stay ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Victory will be ours.
Let's do it.
I guess this is it.
Yeah. For the sake of...
Yes?
For the sake of Halpha, we will. We... must win.
Yep.
Okay. It's there. Check the map. Okay. Let's go there. Aina. Hey, Aina.
Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's do it then.
Start.
We've detected Dark Falls in the immediate vicinity of Halphia Lake. We'll commence our assault once it materializes. Give this everything you've got.
Central Cannon launch sequence complete!
It's ready, Crawford! Roger. Prepare to fire!
has recovered!
Okay. How do I do this? Okay, ow! Cow, okay, I got it. So, ouch! I need to avoid the attacks and wait for things like this. So I think I'll use my gun. Go there. See? I better use my gun. Oh shit. How do I... Can I... What is this? Okay, let's try go with the gun. I can shoot from here. What now? Be careful. Okay, this thing I need to jump. It's coming again. Try to jump. Yes. Aye. How do I... Let me see. Oh, it's coming. How do I jump this? Now. Okay. Now. How do I jump these? There's a time. Ouch. Oh, they are waiting there. Shoot, keep shooting. Oh my. This is a hard battle. I'm not dying because I'm strong. What now? Okay, do the jump. Oh, again, dodge. Holy. A new form. Okay, here. Can I attack this? No. What do I have to do? What is this? Can I use this platform? Everything is red. Oh, I can get that. Okay. I get this. And I throw where? I don't know. Okay. Comes the hand. Oh, shoot. Stay here. Jump. Oh, I can use my special. Okay, I'll use my special now. Oh, they got me. Go. Here. That attack again. Oh, this. Jump. This one is hard to dodge. Okay, there's the light. I don't understand. How do I do this jump? Light now. No, I don't know. Jump now. How do I... The hand. Stop. Oh my god. Need to dodge. Not dodging. Attack this. Okay, do one jump. Let me heal. Get one of these. He's dying.
Come back online. What is this?
I don't know.
Another powerful energy reading. Engage all nearby enemies.
What should I do? Can I stop that? What is this? Oh, you want me to destroy this? It's not working.
Dark Pulse completely incapacitated. Hit it now.
Go. Use the katana.
Now I'll just... And then... There! All finished! Ready when you are!
Make this count! Central cannon, fire! Damn it! You're not leaving!
This is all you!
Claim vengeance for all who have fallen!
You got this! I know you can do it!
Please! For peace on Halpha! I can't believe it!
It's all over, right?
Dad, everyone, we did it! We did it!
Thank you.
Crawford.
Thank you so much.
Manon? Are you okay? Are you injured or something?
No, I'm fine.
You know, you can tell me anything. We're a team, you know?
Right, I know. But really, I'm fine.
So, Dark Falls is defeated. How is the plan progressing?
Operation 3, 98% complete. Photon sensitivity, 99% of target value.
Tomorrow, the 500th anniversary. And now the day of judgment draws nigh.
31,415,926 seconds remaining. Error range, plus or minus 0.05 seconds.
I know that. Hurry up with the plan.
Orders accepted. Proceeding to next phase.
The real enemies there. What should I do now? Just return? I'm so glad to see you back safe. Just rest and recover for now. Okay, let's go back.
I'm sorry.
She's leaving.
Hey, listen! You won't believe this!
What's up? Are you okay? Take a deep breath.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So, Manon's gone missing. She's been acting weird lately, right? Like she had something on her mind. She just kept saying, I'm fine, over and over, but I thought she might still be dealing with what happened at Aleo Town. And so I figured she would feel better once we defeated Dark Falls. But nothing seemed to change. She was exactly the same. I, went to her room today to try to finally get it out of her. Her door was unlocked and she was gone. And the room was completely clean, as if no one was staying there. She left a note. I'm sorry. Thanks for everything. What could this mean? I've called her, but she won't pick up. It feels like she's saying we'll never see her again. This isn't good.
I'm sure we'll see her soon. No, I'm not sure. I'll say just Aina.
Yeah. I'll search for her. I'll search all around Aleo. And if I have to, Ritem, Kvaris.
Let's find out if anyone seen her. We should talk to someone first. They're both the same thing. I'll go with this first one.
You mean like someone in town? Oh, Crawford! Of course! Okay, let's go check the command room.
Then let's decrypt this dataset first, please.
Yes, sir. I'll prioritize it.
Hey, you two. What's up?
Crawford! Manon's...
There's something I'd like to show the two of you. This huge structure that floats over Halpha. We call it the Floating Island.
What does this have to do with Manon?
Lucille. That's apparently what it's really called. Manon just sent this data over a few moments ago.
Manon sent this? Are you sure it was her? Of course it was hers. Manon sent this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So, what's the connection between her and Lucille?
Well, to be completely honest, Manon seems to know everything about Halpha.
Huh?
We've only just started analyzing the data. But there's already so much in here that we knew absolutely nothing about. It's far more than what we found in Lysis's reports. I have no idea how Manon has access to this information, or why she sent it to us.
What? I don't even...
So Manon is Manon on Lucille?
That seems likely, based on what we know. But we have no way of knowing, since we have no way of getting there. And it would take us a long time to come up with something. Even I'm shocked by this sudden turn of events.
I could tell she had something on her mind for a while now. But I never could have guessed this.
Yeah. I should have been paying more attention. Well, we'll analyze the data. If she went to Lucille without using some kind of teleporter...
Emergency announcement! Dolls! Numerous readings!
Are you serious? Where?
The Retem region, close to Retem City.
Crawford, can you hear me? There's a large Dolls force near Retem City.
Yes, I'm picking it up. Hello? Do you need support?
Unfortunately, yes. There are even more of them than when Renus Retem launched its assault.
Got it. Sending reinforcements now.
My thanks. Another thing.
Yeah?
There seems to be a Meteorn pod in the midst of them. We will prioritize recovery while maintaining tactical flexibility.
Got it. I'll send reinforcements appropriate for the task.
Thank you.
A Meteorn pod? Maybe it has something to do with Manon.
Let's go, Aina.
Okay.
Stop! You two stay right here.
Are you kidding me? So what if we're wrong? We need to be doing something.
Okay. But you two be careful out there.
You know it.
Let's go to Return. Oasis. Aina is here. Where is she? Up there? Let's go, Aina.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Then, let's head out. Over there.
Stop, you two.
Dozer?
I'm going with you.
Thanks. We could use the help.
Okay, Netherrath Hadi. Seems like they're headed to the pod has landed. Let's hurry.
Out of the way!
Calm down, Aina.
I can't run? Why?
One of them. Steady on.
Trial start.
Can I run now? I killed him. Oh, there's one.
Keep coming!
Go, go, go.
Look out for them!
No big deal.
Nice. Oh, break this leg. Whoa.
Try again!
Did it. Next.
We did it!
2 horses. And the other one.
Nadara! Aina!
A welcome development. We got this. Why are there so many?
I do not know. They simply appear.
I cannot remember ever seeing this before.
Let's take these out!
Yes, indeed.
Okay, let me take care of the big one. Finish. Now go.
What the? Just getting started!
Is there no end to them?
Get the horse. There's one more.
Try again. Seriously?
Oh no, you.
We meet again.
Piece of cake!
Trial start.
Come on. Oh, he's not shining yet. So let's keep here. Okay, now it's shining. Where is it? This one. This one. No, it's not this one. It's the tail. Where? Here. Oh, help. Okay. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. Let's use this special. Go, go. Oh, let me heal, let me heal. Take one of these. Ouch! Damn it. Where's the head? Here.
Success!
Nice.
Finally. We need to get to the pod. How do you open these things again? You in there, you okay? Oh, that's right. Got it open. Are you okay? Can you move?
New character.
Oh no, she's hurt.
Manon.
Manon? How do you know Manon? Hey!
Calm yourself, Aina.
I'm sorry. Manon has disappeared.
Gone? What could this mean?
Crawford thinks maybe she went up there. The floating island. The seal.
What?
We have to find some way to make it up there. So we can find her.
I'm afraid I do not follow. I will inquire of Crawford for more details. We need to take that girl to safety. Central City's medical facilities are superior to ours. She will be well taken care of. Dozer, if you would.
Understood.
I have no insight into Manon's internal struggle. I would still be trapped in the pit I was in if you three had not pulled me out and put me back on my feet. And, of course, none of that would have happened if not for Manon. I am deeply in her debt. My spirit is always with the three of you. If your back is ever up against the wall, Retem Arcs will always be there for you. That's a promise.
Thank you, Nadara.
Okay. We're taking her back to Central now.
Okay.
We're still in disarray here due to the sudden attack. But we will recover as soon as possible and check in with you. If you need any support, my troops are waiting.
Thank you. You're such a help.
Okay, let's go back. What? Oh, guess we should get back to. Oh, there's a Ryuker here. Let's see.
She's receiving treatment at the medical bay. Crawford's trying to find out more about Manon. Not knowing anything is driving me crazy. I wonder if that's where she first came from. So Manon was our enemy?
That couldn't be. Manon is just Manon. I'll say this one.
Yeah, you're right. If Manon really is on that floating island, then I just have to believe that she must have gone there for the benefit of everyone on Helfa. We have to believe in her. If we don't, who will? Right?
Can you hear me?
What's up, Rin?
You're both there, right? That girl has regained consciousness.
Oh, I'm so glad.
But there's a little bit of a problem. Could you two come here?
Of course. On our way. Let's hurry.
Who's this girl?
Is something wrong?
You people created the dolls. Did I hear that right? So what you're saying is that you murdered thousands of our friends and family members, correct? And you've been conducting this little experiment since long before any of us here were born. I'm talking to you. Glenn, calm down. Let's listen to what she has to say. I'm sorry. Please, continue, Faria.
We created dolls, and then we introduced them to Helfa.
For what reason?
To prepare for the Day of Judgment. To create a stronger Arx.
Not again. No effect. How could they have advanced this fast? Now my turn. Safeto! I know you're watching! Safeto!
How very bold of you to come alone. And what happened to 909?
909?
Oh. ID number RA9G3T909. What about 909?
909 was the closest we've ever come to creating an Ark's Defender Prime. Even among other third-generation specimens.
What? So you're saying that everything I did with them was all part of the plan? It doesn't matter. I can't continue to ruin people's lives like this. I'm putting an end to this experiment.
And how will you do that?
I guess I'll just have to defeat you.
Would you attack your own father?
My father? Is that what you think you are? You merely created us. Nothing more and nothing less.
In that case, you've made yourself clear. Well then, we'll just wait here for those friends of yours to arrive. Just you and me.
My friends? What are you? No!
Okay, but how are we going to get up there?
So, you came here to deal with Manon. Is that right?
Yes.
Resurgent Arcs. That's the name of your organization?
Yes.
And you created both dolls and Meteorn. And had them fight. I can hardly even believe this. But it matches Manon's data. Unless this is all just some kind of elaborate hoax or something.
Huh.
And you were doing all of that from Lucille?
Yes.
This isn't complicated. This all comes to an end if we destroy Lucille.
Is that your answer for everything? Manon's data indicates that Lucille regulates the various environments on Halpha. Who knows what would happen if we just destroy it?
What's your plan?
Lucille. Resurgent Arcs. I still have no idea what to make of any of this. But what I do know for sure is that Manon is there right now, fighting against something. Which means I need to go help her.
That's the reason I came.
Do you know how to get onto Lucille?
Yes. Lost Central. There's a teleporter in the place that you know as Lost Central.
First Lost Central and then Lucille. Well, let's head to Lost Central. Okay. The entrance. There. Ah, okay, I should have used that one.
What's up?
Ilma?
I heard the whole story. It sounds like things are getting pretty crazy. So you're the girl from that floating island. Lucille.
I'm Feria.
A pleasure. My name is Ilma. All right. Well, why don't you help us figure out how to get there?
I can do that. Not working.
What's going on? Is there a problem?
Yes. The teleporter initialization failed. It looks like it's locked.
I guess it's my turn to try. Who would have ever guessed that Lucille was controlling the entire planet? And they were even sending dolls and Meteorn down here to duke it out. It almost sounds too crazy to even believe.
Oh.
Is it okay if I say something?
Yes.
You, kind of remind me of Manon when I first met her.
Okay.
Yes, exactly like that. Could you tell me a little more about yourself and Manon?
I can tell you what I know.
That's more than enough. So, what is your relationship to her?
I am her backup. I monitor her activities and provide support in the event of any problems.
Do you mean to say that you've been watching her from Lucille the whole time?
Yes.
And then a problem occurred. And you couldn't fix it from Lucille, so you came down here to get our help.
Correct.
I see. Okay. Next question. What was Manon doing on Helpha?
Gathering data for Operation 3. Her job was to document the war between Arcs and Dark Falls in person.
Document the war?
Did she know all of this? Was she the cult now? Did she know all of this?
No. Information is strictly on a need-to-know basis.
So she was only monitoring the plan's progress, not implementing it, huh?
Yes.
Huh?
So basically, her job was just to watch all of us. as one of many other Meteorn, while keeping a certain distance. But as far as I could tell, she sure seemed enthusiastic about participating in the things we were doing. Maybe she had a change of heart at some point.
Manon.
Why did she go back to Lucille? Is there anyone else on Lucille? This is important.
Zephedo is there.
Zephedo?
He is in charge of the Alpha experiment. He is the general of resurgent arcs.
So this Zephedo dude is the one who started this experiment?
According to the records.
Okay.
Zephedo is the one who created us. Something like a father, or perhaps a mother.
Father? Mother?
That doesn't exactly sound like your typical family. So, if this Zephedo guy is in charge of everything on Lucille, if we can somehow stop him through either diplomacy or force, this whole dolls problem ends.
How long has this experiment been going on?
300 years, according to the records.
300 years? So that would mean that an untold number of Ark's defenders have been sacrificed to this experiment?
But what was it that caused Manon to decide to confront Zephedo?
I do not know. There is one thing. A powerful anger reading showed up in her monitoring data recently.
She was angry at Zephedo?
Yes.
So, then she really is trying to put an end to all of this by herself.
That's crazy.
Initialization successful.
Is that the teleporter? But isn't it a short-range unit?
It only appears that way. It's 100 times more powerful. It's ultra long-range capable, even without stabilizing the photon field.
Wow. Well, let's round everyone up and take this party to Lucille.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Crawford. Perfect timing. We're ready to go to Lucille.
We're putting a momentary pause on that for now.
Is something wrong?
The dolls have launched an all-out attack on Alpha.
Again?
We're picking them up in every region.
What? But I didn't get any alerts. They must have evaded my early warning system. Yup. There they are.
I already notified Tyvis and the others. I'll deploy as many troops as I can spare.
It is what it is. I'm gonna go help my family out. Are you guys going back to Alio?
Nope.
You're not?
We're going to Lucille. Everyone else should defend their own region. Okay, Crawford?
Fine. I trust you two.
Thank you.
I agree we can't abandon Manon. I'll send some support over to you as soon as possible. But come back right away if you get into any trouble.
Okay.
I will also go.
You're not in any shape to do this. Take care of her, Yuma. Take care of her, Yuma. Say this.
Alright. She still hasn't fully recovered.
I give this to you then.
What's this?
A map of Lucille. Before I came here, Manon was on her way to the Lucille Dolls production facility. I do not know her current whereabouts. Communication between Halpha and Lucille is impossible.
Got it. Thank you.
Please, help Manon.
You know we will.
We'll catch up with you once we get things sorted out here. Good luck until then.
Okay. Let's go, Aina. We need to find Manon. Start quest.
The floating island. Lucille. Let's try contacting Crawford. No go. Comms really don't work here. Well, let's go.
There are trees here? Whoa, what's this?
What is this place?
Trial start.
We haven't seen dolls like this before. We should watch them carefully. Oh my gosh. Keep going.
Let's keep going.
Yes.
Trial start.
Let's go.
Nothing new here. Get this one. Oh no. Ouch.
'em. On to the next.
It's like a city here. Everything's different. Now it's like Return.
Trial start.
Even more.
Come on, get up. Where is Zaina? Those look pretty nasty.
Trial start.
Where are they? What is happening? Let's go up. Yes. Come on, open. Okay. Let me get the horse. Can I do this jump? Yes. No, don't fall. And I'll get this one here. Where? There. No. This is the last.
Success!
I want me to go down. There's a wall here. You know what? Use it. Get this.
Trial start.
Oh, this one is new. Let me get the horse first. Help. Help. He's like a boss.
Success!
Go on.
Finally. Let's hurry. Is this the end?
Yes. Let's go through the door.
Are these dolls? These were in the Alpha Underground too. But there weren't this many. This must be the doll's production facility. Manon, are you here?
Well done, 909.
You're Zephetto.
So you're Aina. To see both third-generation 909 and a second-generation model make it this far.
Where is Manon? Manon!
We'll be waiting for you right here.
Don't Don't you dare hurt her, Zephetto! Oh no. Manon, where are they?
Let's just keep moving forward.
You're right.
Oh, I can return if I want. Let's keep going. You ready? Yes. Great, let's go. Oh, and now it looks like Varys.
Trial start.
Let me use this. Oh. No, I'll just use the icicles. Finish. No, there goes up there. Finish. Take one more. I guess this is it. I can't go here. On to the next. Open here, please. Oh, looks like we can go up on the left. I think we can do without any enemies noticing. Let's go. Stop falling. There. Here. And now fly. I can't go there? I have to fight then. I did all of this for nothing.
Trial start.
This is... okay. Don't get surrounded. Oh, there's... oh, this is hard. I have the icicles to help. Give me more. Oh, why that one? Forget that one. Oh, he can help me now.
Success.
Let's go, Aina. Oh no, no, no. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Can I... and now steer. What? Okay. What is this? Photon blast. Where am I? Can I... am I returning? No. It looks like I'm returning. No, I'm not.
Trial start.
Hey, you take this. Let me use my special. Get this guy. Nice. Go up. Looks like we got in. I need to go there. More. I'm so done with this. Hang on, man.
Trial start.
Oh, this dragon. Oh, let me get the horses. Let me get the horses. Nice. God, dragon. Come back here. Hold on. The spinning.
Success.
We're now there. Yes, making progress. Looks like we can get to the next area from here.
This place feels different. What is this place?
Better not, Anarch's research lab, better not touch anything.
Yeah. What goes on here?
There's no way to know. That's not important right now. We need to save Manon.
I guess not. Oh, there's another room over there. Let's check it out. People. Huh? You're right. What is this place?
Do you know Manon?
Manon?
Do you know who Manon is?
I do not know. No such person here.
Okay, where is Zephedo?
Zephedo. General Zephedo is in the control tower ahead.
Control tower? Can I ask another question? It doesn't look like we'll get much more information here. Zepheto is up ahead from here.
Let's keep going. Zepheto is right through here. You ready? Yes. Alright, let's do this.
Aina.
Stay still.
What are you doing here?
Feria helped us.
I knew it. But what I mean is, why are you here for me? I was lying to you the whole time. So why?
Because it's you.
What?
I care about you. And I will never, ever abandon you, no matter what. We always said the three of us would stick together. Why did you run off by yourself? That's what really hurts. Even more than the fact that you were hiding something from us.
Aina.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Tell us what happened.
I've been working on ARC's research and development here the whole time. But I had no idea the Alpha experiment would be so awful. The old me never cared about anything but myself. As long as I could do what made me happy, I didn't care. So that's why, when I was told the experiment would be safe, I just believed it. I didn't bother to think it through. I went to Alio Town, just like I was told. And then I met you two. When Dark Falls was introduced into the experiment that day, and everyone... I wanted to tell you everything then, but I couldn't. And even if I could have, it wouldn't have changed anything. And I also... I didn't want you to hate me. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Manon. It's okay. I should have been paying more attention. I'm sorry.
Very well done.
Zepheto.
So this is Zepheto. Aina, grab your weapon.
Wait, you two. Let's let him talk.
What are you talking about? He's the one responsible for all this. For pitting arcs and dolls against each other. for destroying Alio Town.
I know. But I need to know. Why would someone do all of this?
In that case, I shall tell you. But first, I want you to show me how strong you've become. Show me what it took to defeat the most advanced Dark Falls.
What is that thing?
So you completed it.
Stop! Why are you doing this? Manon!
I'm fine.
Do we have to do this?
It looks like it, yeah.
That's right. Excellent.
Why are you doing this?
If you really want to know, defeat me.
Trial start.
Oh.
Emergency announcement. We have a confirmed high energy reading in Lucille and are currently assessing the situation. All Arch defenders, please prepare for deployment.
Nice. I'm fine. Dodge here, go there. Okay. Oh, ho, ho. Is that the best that you... Oh! He's tough. Fine. Go here. Look out! What will happen? Okay, now I need to heal. I'm yellow. Okay, let me do my spinning here. let's go back. Okay, let me heal. Breaking limits. Okay, it's your end now. Do the spinning. I can't see me. I can't see me. We're just getting started. I don't believe. How is this even possible? Go. Oh, I can use my special. Let's try to use the special now. Okay. Use the special, lock.
Success!
Photon sensitivity.
100%. Occasional bursts in excess of that value. Analyzing the data now.
Interesting. Transcribe the results to the experimental units as soon as possible.
We'll transcribe to the 4th clone DNA.
A most satisfactory outcome. This experiment is at an
end. What are you talking about?
The day of judgment approaches. We shouldered the responsibility of completing the experiment before it was too late.
The Day of Judgment. Various said something about that too.
A day of enormous tribulation. For all of humanity. We had to restore Arx to its former glory and might in preparation for that day. The glory and might of 1,000 years past.
Arc's glories and might 1,000 years past. Go with the first one.
Its true might that we lost through apathy and disuse. Were it not lost, that tragedy would not have befallen us. It all began on that day, 500 years ago. The Starless appeared without warning from deep space and destroyed a fleet of research ships.
Starless?
Starless traversed the galaxies, annihilating everything. Their name is derived from malevolence. They went on to other outlying systems, laying waste to 50 star systems and claiming more than 700 billion souls. atrophied by a long period of peace. We were utterly powerless in the face of such a threat. Millions of our soldiers died in vain. The human races seemed destined for total extinction. But that was not to be our fate. One day, the Starless simply vanished without a trace. It was as if they had never existed. Time passed, and soon everyone forgot that we had ever been visited by such horror. But we did not forget. Foreseeing that the day of judgment would come once again, resurgent arcs began to prepare. It is truly most satisfactory that we have restored Arcs to its former might, and just in time.
So, that's why we were...
Precisely. We could never withstand the dreaded day without the three of you.
You've been using us as pawns in your game? You're insane. I'll go with the first one.
It had to be done in order for mankind to survive. But there was no other choice. Every other experiment had ended in failure. Our milder training methods elicited little to no improvement in Ark's defender photon sensitivity. That is why we were forced to introduce dark falls and dolls into the experiments. The first experiment ended in the death of every single Ark's defender. The outcome of the second was more favorable, but there was little improvement to photon sensitivity. Now, at long last, the third experiment has ended in the result we have hoped for. For 300 very long years.
How sad.
What?
You mean to say that this is all you've been doing for so many years? You've been nothing more than a pawn in your own game, too.
Warning.
What's going on?
Object detected. Zone 246R.
A center.
Analyzing. Data match. Approximately 1,000 objects closely resembling Starless Spearhead units.
Impossible. So, the day has come early.
Where are you going? We are not done talking here. Go with the first one.
My wish has been fulfilled. The rest is up to you.
Hey, what?
The future is yours.
What are you...
What?
No, you can't do this. Haina! There are still so many things we need to ask him.
We can't stay. It's too dangerous.
But...
Aina, we need to tell everyone about this.
Okay, let's go home.
How do I return? Oh, it's automatic. Would you two might come with me? I'd like to report everything to father. Is it okay for me to go too? Of course. Aina, thank you. So head to Alio.
Dark Fall's arrival confirmed. We need you to divert its attention until the central cannon is fully charged. We're counting on you.
Few days later.
Dad, we did it. We finally beat Dark Falls. But now we have another problem. I think it will be a while before this place is peaceful again. I'm sorry. Wait just a little longer. I'll make it all stop. I promise. Crawford is waiting for us. Let's go. Manon?
Rest, O weary souls, no more tales to tell. Bid the world a farewell as it sinks into twilight. Right upon the wind, eternity waits for you gently to close your eyes as you dream of the morning light. Oh, tortured souls, your grief unending. Flame light up in the air, though you've nothing left, nothing to protect, when you walk on to your end. Oh, souls, your sacrifices will be told, souls of the day. Take my dying deed, oh, sick, no refrain, let it go in my veins, to the deep of my peace will remain. In the slaughter's
To be continued. Alright guys, so this was the first arc. Use this playlist to watch the other parts, and bye for now.